up, everybody? My name's Adam. I'm a building consultant here at Colt Buildings, and this is the owner, Juan. And we want to go over a few things with you today. Actually, one specific topic on plans, architectural plans, getting the designs, the structural designs, and your MEPs together from the architect in order for the builder to begin construction on your home. And we want to go from two points. So we're going to fill you in on what we know about the industry standard and what the normal process looks like when you go through a builder and you do this process on your own. And then we want to discuss how we do things a little differently. So we'll let Juan start with, Juan, what can someone expect to pay when they go to an architect themselves to create not just a home, but a custom home, their dream home?
Yes. Well, guys, research is everything. And if you research and you study and you ask enough questions, you'll get the truth. Okay. So right now in the engineering architectural world, engineers have every right to charge what they want because they went to school, their expertise, but it's also a very, very, very subjective industry. Okay. Some architects and engineers have a lot of value to give. They have a lot of expertise. They're also builders. So they have a lot of content. They have a lot of knowledge. Yeah. They give a lot of expertise to your build. Some don't. It's kind of like shopping for an attorney or a doctor. And at the end of the day, they can also be very cost effective or very, very expensive. So it could be a landmine if you don't know what you're building. And with what we do is we do not do any stick structures.
Right.
Because when you do stick structures, what's happening is now the general contractor, the builder, is delivering all the materials to the job site. And if you do that, then you're going to have to go through a licensed engineer or architect to do the stamped and sealed structural and foundational plans, sometimes even stamped and sealed mechanical, electrical, plumbing, depending on what state. Now, in the state of Florida, you got to have stamped and sealed mechanical, electrical, plumbing, sometimes HVAC plans per county, per code. That is Florida code.
Right.
Now, in South Carolina, the state regulations are different. What they require is you must have stamped and sealed structural and foundational plans. Now, the cost can vary. You can I encourage you to call licensed and assured architects and engineers and give it a quote of what it would cost to design your plans. Here at Colt Buildings, we have our own design team.
Right.
And at the manufacturer plant, the beauty is we give you stamped and sealed structural and foundational plans upon the order of the building. But we can't order the building until we have your architectural, your MEP design developed according to your door, your window scheduling, your elevation, your pitch, because everything we do with our structural builds are built in a manufacturing plant before it's delivered to the job site. We don't cut steel on a job site. We pre-fabricate it, pre-cut it in a manufacturing plant so that building is warranted by a manufacturing plant from 20 to 50-year warranties on your buildings. We can do corrugated roof systems, standing seam roof systems. I mean, you're getting a quality building that's going to last a very long time.
Sure.
And those plans, that building ain't going anywhere.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what can increase if a client is looking to build a custom barndominium. What are the things that normally increase the price when they go outside to an architect or design engineer themselves? Normally they're paying an hourly rate, correct?
Yeah. So
and what can the hourly rate?
So usually you start off with a retainer, just like when you go to an attorney. You usually pay $1,000 retainer, sometimes a $2,500 retainer.
Yep. And
they'll charge you by hour. So they might build your base, and then every time they work on that project, then that $2,500 over the course of the next 3 months or a month turns into now, say, $15,000.
Right. And I think even more important than that number is if you're paying to have your dream home customized on an hourly rate, there's no real reason for that guy to hurry up. You know, I think we talked waiting times earlier. You might wait 6 months or more to get this process going, or to even begin it in the first place. A lot of these guys are backed up, and because they know the longer that they hold on to a plan, and I don't want to pretend like all architects and design engineers are this way. That's not the case. We have a great number of them on our team and on staff as is, but there's no hurry up or reason to hurry up on you getting your dream home if you're paying an hourly rate. Now, what makes us different here at Colt Buildings?
The great thing is, when I started this company, I wanted to make sure that we had a little bit more control over that process. And how can we offer something that's a little bit more fair to our clients? And the great thing with our model now is we try to offer a flat fee, okay? A flat fee where you can do quite a few revisions within a reasonable perspective and design your floor plans so that we can actually get to the bidding process to actually figure out what it's going to look like to design your home. We got to have some type of plans that are going to fit with the steel structure and where the steel structure is going to fit with the architectural plans.
Right.
These two have got to be married together. And that is an art in of itself.
Yep.
Okay. And usually engineers don't do steel structures. They don't have access to the software. We use 37 different manufacturers for steel across North America. It is a lot. And with our team, they'll not only have to learn this architectural side of things, now they got to learn the structural software for the manufacturer plant. And we have over 30 different licensed engineers, structural engineers, that are on the manufacturing side to make sure that your plans are stamped and sealed to your local code, site specific to that build. At the end of the day, you cannot get your stamped and sealed plans until we have the architectural time finalized.
Sure.
So you can't put the cart before the horse. The horse has got to come before the cart. That's why we got to design it that way. And it's not your traditional stick-built or pole barn design where you're paying an engineer, here's $8,000, here's $15,000,
right,
plus hourly rates.
But I think the benefit for people, at least watching this video, is that a lot of times we all have a dream and a goal to have our dream home and property and what that looks like. But what keeps a lot of people out of that is if you go out in town, you're going to spend 15 to 30 grand on these custom plans that may take half a year or more for you to even receive. Whereas here, our clients are paying anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000, and it's a flat rate. And you might
custom,
right, and you might be 4 weeks in. A Colt Buildings customer could be 4 weeks into their plan, and they can make a revision that's not going to cost them an extra penny.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the beauty about this is we want to be as fair to our clients as possible. But at the end of the day, clients, you guys have to also understand this is how the building world works. This is how you build a house. Because if you don't go according to code, if you don't go according to the process, you're going to find yourself in lawsuits. You're going to find yourself out of business. We have to follow the law of the land. And this is why we do everything very meticulously. Because once we order that building and it's pre-cut and it gets delivered to the job site and it's up, there's no going back. So we got to make sure if we make any mistakes, we make it on paper and not on the job site.
Sure.
And it saves you a lot of money, a lot of time and frustration, because that's why usually a lot of the time, half the time of building your home is really in the design and development and bidding process and working out the kinks of what type of...
And that design process is normally what holds most people either up or back from them even getting to the actual end product.
Absolutely.
So our guys, our design engineers, our architects are... we're not hurrying or rushing the pace, but we're very optimistic in the timing because you want your dream home, right? That's why we don't charge hourly. That's why we don't take 6 months to build your plans out. A lot of times, the people that are buying custom plans from Colt Buildings can get in and out of the process in a matter of weeks.
Yes, 2 to 12 weeks. We tell people there's that time frame. It could 2 to 12 weeks to start and finish. Okay. Some people take long. I got some people that are working on plans for 6 months.
Sure.
Because they keep making revisions. I got some people that are literally done in 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
Because they know what they want. I got some people that just, hey, I just want a Colt plan on coltplans.com. Want to go there? Right now we got over 100 plans on our website, coltplans.com.
Yep.
And you're like, that's what I want. Eventually we're gonna have over 1,000 plans.
Yep.
And then I want number 0012, ready to go. We're ready to rock.
So bottom line, you have Colt Buildings here where you can buy plans for a flat rate that are going to be under industry standards, and you'll never have to pay another dime for a revision.
Yep.
You have the industry standard, which and I looked this up on Google. Industry standard is between $15,000 and $30,000 for your custom home plans. The other side of this with Colt Buildings is you quite literally, if you have all your ducks in a row, you can get your plans done in a matter of weeks. Whereas over here, you're looking at a minimum 6-month time frame. So
Absolutely.
Our goal is to serve you with integrity. Our goal is to save you money, especially on the front end, which is that's a lot of people's issues, is getting started with the process. If you have to fork out $30,000 of your own money, this isn't a part of your mortgage, to get plans just to start the process, that throws a lot of people off, and that doesn't have to be the case when you're building a custom home.
Absolutely. In the barn and medium industry, people tend to go into the barn and medium way or route is because you can get more bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
You can be more cost effective, way more cost effective with, say, an open floor plan.
Yep.
But I tell people, the more walls you put up, the more insulation you put up, the higher finishes you put up, guess
Sure.
what? That budget gets up there really fast.
Sure.
So if you can keep it as most simplistic as you can save for yourself a ton of money.
Yeah.
And we have options. We could provide a plans in a building. Our plans are designed for steel structures, not for stick structures.
Right.
They're designed also for our custom log homes,
Yep.
ColtLogHomes.com. They're designed for that.
Yep.
They're not designed, and make it very, very clear, they're not designed for traditional stick-built homes where you cut the wood on the job site, because then you got to go a different route with a local engineer. I would say encourage you to go to a local engineer, pay your $15,000, pay your $10,000, plus pay the hourly rate. Go that route. I don't see it where it's more cost effective nor more efficient, especially when you know that I would rather go steel, especially when it's more cost effective. And once the plans are done, once the bidding process is done, once we get into financing, once we order the building, it's there in 4 to 8 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and it's up and it's dried in. Once it's dried in, now you can start, sheetrocking, you can start framing out the build. It speeds up the process. But the longer you take with the planning development phase, it just holds up everything.
Yep. All right, I'm cutting the video.
Yes.
As you can see, Colt Buildings has been very, very successful early on, and it's because this man right here is so passionate
that's good.
about what we do. Yeah. So we're going to close this one out. If you need or want any more information, you can go to ColtBuildings.com. If you're curious and you want to look at a couple of stock plans, we have ColtPlans.com. You can reach out to us 7 days a week, 24/7. We're here for you, and we'll see you in the next one.
You guys have a blessed day. Bye.